Escaped blind activist Chen Guangcheng has left the U.S. Embassy in China, reportedly of his own volition. But details remain murky. First to MSNBC.
He was driven to a Beijing hospital in the company of Gary Locke, the U.S. ambassador, for treatment for injuries incurred during that dramatic escape. He also met at the embassy with his family.
Chen was reported to have left the U.S. Embassy of his own free will under a deal with the Chinese government that ensured his and his family's safety. But the Los Angeles Times says Chen only left the embassy under threat to his family, saying he feared his wife would be beaten by thugs in her hometown if Chen didn't leave the embassy. CGC's friend, the wife of another Chinese dissident, Hu Jia, tweeted, "CGC's wife told me via phone this afternoon that she persuaded CGC to go out of the embassy to meet with them. Otherwise, they would not meet again. Tonight, for the first time, CGC told me that he wanted to leave with the whole family." Chen said he also heard his family was in danger from a U.S. embassy official, though being blind, he says doesn't know who exactly said it. Complicating the story, Al Jazeera reports U.S. officials are denying ever having told him that. They say they simply told him if he didn't leave, his family would be sent back to their home province.
From that we heard from two very senior U.S. embassy officials earlier on, in which they made it very clear that Chen Guangcheng, throughout the 6 days at the embassy, never sought asylum.
U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton said part of the deal would see Chen attending university classes. But the Wall Street Journal is skeptical that China will make good on that or ensure Chen's safety. While local authorities did the dirty work of keeping Mr. Chen under illegal house arrest in rural Shandong province, the central government was complicit. Nobody should be under the illusion that village thugs defied Beijing's wishes for 19 months. Monitoring reports out of China, the BBC reports Chen's escape has been a major international embarrassment for the Chinese government, and that involvement by the U.S. is infuriating officials there.
Chinese state television today said America's actions amounted to totally unacceptable interference in China's affairs and demanded an apology. The US has said there won't be one.
In fact, Taiwan's China Post calls the case the most delicate diplomatic crisis for Washington and Beijing in years. However, leaving Chen in China is risky for U.S. President Barack Obama because Washington will now be seen as party to an agreement on Chen's safety that it does not have the power to enforce. This as Secretary of State Clinton lands in Beijing for high-level talks. International observers expect the diplomatic fallout over Chen to overshadow those talks. For Newsy, I'm Anna Campaign Romero. Sources: The Real Story.